Oh, hi fellow bikers. Thought it's about time that I did just a brief walk around on my 500 for those who are interested in how people set up their bikes. I've had it for about 3 years now. It's a 2016 model, so I'll just quickly run around the things I've done. I guess I'll start with what came with it. So when I got it from the dealer, the previous owner had put on the Givi engine bars here, which are fine. They've only been used once in a 0 miles per hour brain failure in a car park, and they did a perfect job, no damage to the bike at all. Some Givi Trekker lights, which came on the bike as well, they have been rubbish. The bulbs fail repeatedly. To be fair, the bike was only 8 months old, about 4,000 miles on it when I bought it, so it's quite new, but the lights have always been quite ratty, so I kind of assume it's an old set that someone scavenged from somewhere and they're just not particularly good. The cheap Givi handguards also came with the bike. I guess on the top while we're here, throttle assist, that's a really good cheap accessory, 10 quid, but very helpful on the longer cruises. TomTom sat nav, definitely an expensive option, but it's a bit of luxury that I've afforded myself. Oxford heated grips, like a lot of riders. I'm in my 50s and cold hands in particular, a real issue, so they've been really good addition. I know I went for the adventure grips. It's quite hard to find out. I know on some of the forums people know, certainly on the 500 UK forum some people know. I think the touring size is better out of the box for the 500. However, if you get the adventure ones, they are made to be cut down, and if you cut them down to the maximum, they do just fit. It's just a little bit more faff than would otherwise be the case. Windscreen is the Givi windscreen. I've tried high, low in various settings and combinations, both of the stock screen and the Givi screen. I've actually found a low with the Givi screen is good for me, and this little PUIG, however you say it, PUIG spoiler has been a really good addition. I guess up front, the other change I've made is some SW Motec bar risers, so that's up and back. So slightly personal preference. I mean, I'm quite small, that's one of the reasons I bought the bike, so I found it just a wee bit of a stretch, but it's also that I come from a dirt biking background, so I'm quite used to having the bars really close to me, so maybe personal. However, that said, what the risers in the back have done is it made it much more comfortable standing up. So I'm about 5'6", 5'7" sort of height, and with these on, it's great for standing up. Now, of course, one thing that a lot of experienced roadies will know, but you may not, is road bikes don't give you much flex at all for changing anything. So on a dirt bike, this would have been the simplest job in the world. On this bike, like most ride bikes, it's just a little more faff because there's not really enough give in the cables, and you have to release one of the clamps down here and readjust it and reset it yourself. So just to be aware of that. Not much else at the front. Got a Givi guard on the radiator, not sure that's absolutely required, but you know, belt and braces. The forks have been changed to Rally Raid internals, which I did myself, and there's a rear shock Rally Raid as well, which has improved the suspension greatly. I've got another YouTube video that goes into Rally Raid suspension if you're interested in that. So aside from that, obviously I've set it up as a local runabout working bike that I can do my shopping on and go touring on. So I've gone for the giant loop baggage, as you can see here. Personal preference, but I think that they look as if they were made for the bike. So like all these things are expensive. Comes with the exhaust guard underneath here, if you can see. I know some guys inquire, and girls, about the issue with exhaust clearance, and some systems come with a wee pipe out here. I don't think that's any issue, but you do need this guard, which comes with the baggage. You don't have them. On the rear, SW Motec tail box. I think it's ugly, but it's really useful, so I wouldn't be without it. And underneath I have the Honda OEM center stand, which I also wouldn't be without. I just got that the dealer to throw that in on the deal. That's nearly it. I suppose the other thing is, I know a lot of people have tried these cool covers, seat covers. Yep, so I've tried that as well. Yes, I think it's very good. It's not particularly cheap, but it does what it says on the tin, so it's cooler in the summer. It's also more comfortable. One slight downside is for those of us who are really short, and you know, one of the reasons I have this bike is I'm quite short, is it does add just a little bit of height to the bike. So I guess that's kind of the final thing is down underneath there. It'll be hard to see. If I put it in there, you might be able to see. I've gone for a lowering link, again because I'm short, 5'6", 5'7", but I think the main thing is not so much just your height, it's the instep. So in terms of a set of jeans, I'm about a 27 inseam, which I think is 1 to 2 inches shorter than a typical male at 5'6", 5'7" height. So I've lowered the bike. I found that a really good modification. Again, if you're interested in that, I've got a short video on, I think I called it 2 good value mods, that includes that and the 16 tooth sprocket, which you can't see on a walk round. So that's about it. Nothing too fancy, but that's what I've done for my bike, and it's pretty much set up the way I like it now. All right, thanks for listening. Cheers. Oh, sorry, there's always one more thing, so I'm back. How could I forget my chain oiler? Well, because it's hidden in here behind the baggage. So I've gone for a Tutoro chain oiler. It's nice and simple. It's gravity fed. It's got a weight in the bottom which jiggles around with the bike's movement and feeds the oil down. You do have a manual valve which you need to adjust, particularly as the seasons change. But otherwise, it's very simple. It doesn't need to be plumbed into anything. No electricity, no vacuum or anything like that, and if you're a serial bike changer, it's easy to get off again when you sell your bike. So yeah, so that's my chain oiling solution. I know a lot of people like to manually oil their chain, but I've been manually oiling chains for about 40 years. I've got 3 dirt bikes, so I've got cleaning and oiling chains coming up my ears. So for my road bike, I've gone for what I consider to be the luxury option of having a chain oiler. Anyway, Tutoro chain oiler, I've found it good.